Hello everyone, how are you? I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Welcome to my channel, The Last of Us 24 and new video your favorite series, The Last of Us. HBO's The Last of Us has already proven its prowess with a faithful yet creative adaptation, which suggests it can handle Abby's The Last of Us Part A story well. Largely following Joel, Pedro Pascal, and Ellie, Bella Ramsey in The Last of Us Season 1, there's major speculation about how the show plans to shift gears and tell a second game story without full focus on the two beloved characters. Furthermore, the non-linear structure of the game also raises questions about how Season 2 will approach it. Part of this is related to one of The Last of Us Season 2's expected characters, Abby. Although she's fairly controversial among fans, since she causes Joel's demise, Abby's story is intricately intertwined with Ellie's in the second game. Despite the star presence Ramsey and Pascal bring to their respective roles, The Last of Us Season 2's story will lose their character dynamic if it stays true to the game. While there are numerous ways The Last of Us can handle Joel's big moment and its impact on the remaining characters, it's possible to explore Abby's story successfully. The Last of Us Season 1 has proved it with its best episode. The Last of Us Episode 3 shows the series isn't afraid to leave Joel and Ellie's story behind. One of The Last of Us Season 1's best episodes takes a step away from Joel and Ellie, despite their cross-country journey being the driving narrative of the season. Episode 3, Long, Long Time, captures Bill, Nick Offerman, a doomsday prepper, and Frank's, Murray Bartlett, love story during the apocalypse. With the episode spanning their 15-year romance, it slows the pacing of the show and highlights the simpler qualities of human nature, such as love and a desire for connection. Additionally, hyper-focusing on a particular love story with a devastating end pulls on audiences' heartstrings and articulates how difficult loss is, especially in a typically isolating environment like a post-apocalyptic world. Although focused on supporting characters, the episode ties back to Joel and Ellie with this theme of loss, because it follows Tess's death and Ellie seeing the mass graves of men, women, and children killed by FEDRA. With major positive reception and poignant emotional storytelling, The Last of Us Episode 3 showcases that the series can still stand tall even when Joel and Ellie's story takes a backseat. The Last of Us Season 2 can make Abby's story the focus of entire episodes. Drawing on episodes like Long, Long Time, The Last of Us can utilize this formula to fluidly inject Abby's controversial story into the series in a way that encompasses her motivations and history. Although Abby is an antagonist in The Last of Us Part 2, her story is expansive since she's also a playable character. Therefore, to avoid making her a one-dimensional villain seeking revenge, Season 2 will need to take its time with her like the game did. This would add to her complexity and the notion of whether good people can also do bad things, something Ellie's arc explores in the second game too. Moreover, an episode about Abby's main motivation could help pace the major conflicts from the second game and add weight to Abby's actions. Theoretically, an episode focused on Abby would need to include her father, as he was the surgeon expected to operate on Ellie in Season 1's finale. Aside from pacing, an episode focused on Abby would also help balance tonal shifts in the season by breaking up Ellie's more rage-fueled moments with gut-wrenching moments like Abby learning about Lev's mother on the Seraphites Island. Abby has been cast, according to creator Craig Mazin. However, there's no confirmation as to who got the role, but major speculation is that it's Booksmart actress Caitlin Dever. Abby's story can't be skipped over in The Last of Us. Some fans might not want to focus on Abby because of what she does to Joel. The Last of Us Part 2's story can't be told without telling Abby's story. Much like Joel's actions drive Abby's initial motivations, Abby is the motivation behind Ellie's ruthless revenge story. By removing too much of Abby's story, Ellie's arc runs the risk of being blatantly violent with no real complexities. Confusing the line between right and wrong and building empathy for an antagonist will make for a much more captivating story. Some moments in Abby's story that are integral to The Last of Us Part U's story are naturally her and her father's relationship, her kindness toward Lev, and her tumultuous relationship with Owen. While some of these don't directly impact Ellie and her story, they add to Abby's character by highlighting her flaws and strengths, therefore humanizing her. If The Last of Us Season 2 were to expand on her character from a similar perspective to Bill and Frank, episodes mainly focused on Abby would also make her a more complex character that could brilliantly conflict how audiences view her as an antagonist.